I told you I'm in this women's entrepreneurship program. It's ran by it's called the Gentleman's Factory. And Reform Consulting, if you want to follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like an 8-week program. You get paid, and they teach you all these different things. We meet Thursday through Friday for like 3 hours, and we meet in person and virtual. And they teach you just all different things with opportunity to potentially get like government contracts, or even they're super plugged. So like the guy, his name is Jeff, he runs the Gentleman's Factory, so like he has like a network that is like out of this world. And this is the first class that they're doing, and next week is our last week, so they want to keep doing it and keep like this type of program is where they give you the gems that people don't tell you. So
yeah, same.
Definitely check it out, because they're gonna do more. They had a STEM one where they gave out. This was the other organization, Reform Consulting. It's an all Black women's organization, but their STEM program, they gave out MacBooks.
Oh wow! That's
to
great.
like 20, 30 girls in the program.
I mean, see, but this.
But they get it's through government funding.
But still, having the again, creating what we are creating is creating the platform to be able to do that one day.
Yeah.
And to have those resources to those kids who can't afford that, and giving the opportunity to
and the knowledge.
You know, it's crazy.
And the knowledge. So it's like 30 of us, and it's like we're just soaking so much up. And I'm soaking stuff up. I'm trying to figure out how I can get what I need to get, but at the same time, it's like now, once I finish, it's like, oh, I can share that. I can tell people about the program, and it's like we first have to get access, and then secondly, you said how like people withhold information. I've definitely felt that, but I've also felt that people want to see you take the first step and see your hustle and drive, so that they can help you out.
Sometimes it's like I can't.
Depends on the individual.
Help you trying to help yourself. So it's like if I got mad tools, but like it's like if somebody comes to you like, oh yeah, you can ask me 5 questions, and you ask like 5 basic ass questions.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? You're not
even specific.
If you're not even scratching. You want me to give you the tools, but you're not digging the layers. We were working on branding. We were working on branding, and my friend gave me like this branding packet with like questions, and we went through it. It took us a couple days to go through it and like answer it, and we went through it and like we gave it to her, and she's looking it over, and she's like, "Yes, all of this is great. This is wonderful. This is a wonderful first start. I need you to go deeper." And I was like, "Wait, what?" Because I thought that we like
nailed it.
And she was like, no, it was wonderful. All of these are good answers, but like, what is this? How is this? Like, when you look at these words, like, it's very vague, like, not necessarily vague, but like, just very generic. And like, how do these words like really like sink to you? And then it's crazy because like, when I look at like because when I look at other like other businesses or just other things branding wise, like I'm constantly looking at like branding, how they're marketing themselves, how they're talking to their customers, like how what are like their values, or like how are they like displaying things. And it's just like everything is so like, how do you make things you? You know, like, and it's so true. So it's like I really appreciate my friend being like, oh, this is wonderful, but like go deeper. So it's like, you know,
what's
sometimes
gonna separate you from the rest?
So sometimes
we made, right? We're all one to be.
Yes. So it's not necessarily that like people don't want to give you the gems, but it's like sometimes we be kind of wanting people to give us the answers, and it's like
gotta work.
You gotta look.
So like that's something that I realized that like I like when I say like I want structure, like sometimes it is like I just want you to just tell me what it is.
But also there's times where you need to know options, and like you said, there's things that I just don't even know. Which is what I found in the program, things that I had no clue about. I'm like, oh shit, I need to know it now. So it is a balance of both of those, but you definitely have to have the drive to like go do research so that when you hit people up, you got specifics that you're like asking.
And you know what you're talking about, because it's like you don't want to hit somebody and be like, oh, I got this idea, I got $1 million idea. We need to do this, that, and that. But it's like, okay, so but like You got.
What's the details?
Because you want me to put this money into it, but like, what's
Yeah.
the point? You gotta, can you show me what these people are doing?
Yeah.
Like, even when I was like when we were starting this business, like I hit my stepdad up and I was like, listen, I need $10,000. I'm so serious. I was like, look, I have a business proposition. I need $10,000. I don't even, like, really, when I sit back now, I do not know what the fuck we were about to do with this $10,000.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was just like, we just need $10,000. Like, give me $10,000. I will pay, like, we'll pay you back. I had came up, like, I did like a finance calculator on like
Whole presentation PowerPoint.
Yo, I'm so serious because I was like, if even if we ask for a loan, our interest rate would be this. Like we're paying, well, I'll pay you back this amount of interest rate, and it was like it's cool, but like we're like this Vanessa now, like you know, like 3.5, 4 months into this, I'm like I don't even really know where that 10,000 would have went. Like I don't even know what like I know where it would have went because it mostly would have been like startup stuff, but it's like just the way like.
So yeah, you didn't end up taking it.
No, I mean we worked another deal with him, but no, I honestly I'm glad that he did not just give me 10.
Maybe he do that though. He
like
like
I'm glad that he just did not give me $10,000 because I no not like nah like I think what the plan
He wasn't ready.
Nah, like you would have just gave me that. Like I feel like it would have went so quick because we would have just been like, oh, we need this.
When there's
There
no
wasn't-
plan for
Yes.
money,
It would have just blew it.
Yes.
Oh, let's get this banner outside. Ooh, let's get a TV
Yeah.
here.
Yo, when
Oh, yeah.
we was about to order new chairs because I'm operations. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna order these new chairs. We're gonna get these chairs. I'm looking it up. That shit said $600 for the shipping on the chairs. I said, pause the chairs. Them bitches is about to sit right there.
or Craigslist. It's like
Yo,
6 just for the shipping, not for the chair.
the shipping cost more than the fucking chairs. The chairs was only $4 something.
Somebody gotta make them around here.
Nah,
Put it
I
in the
think it
back
was
of
an
the car.
error on the website. So I came back like a week and a half later, and the shipping was like $2 something. So I was like, okay. I don't know what the but I was like, am I tripping? I was like, am I 600 to ship? You want me to come pick them up? Like I feel like
I got
they in Georgia. We can get a big truck. I feel like it would have been less. We could have made it in one day. That's like what 18 hours.
Yeah.
We would have did it in less than $600. Like it was bugging. Like, can you pick up from store? Is pick up from store an option? I'm gonna just go pick them up, have them outside on the curb. I don't even need all that extra shit. Just put them on the curb. We'll get them in the we will get them in the truck.
Yeah, you coming from cross country.
Yo, shit's crazy, but yeah, like I'm glad that he didn't just give me that. I'm glad he didn't just give me $10,000. Because I don't know where that money would have been, and I think I'd have been like, so do we owe him money now? Because we gotta pay this back.
Yeah.
I have one more question for you guys. This question is, how will you ensure that your business will intentionally move from the systems that drove you into entrepreneurship?
What you said?
Of course. How will you ensure that your business will intentionally move away from the systems that drove you into entrepreneurship?
Okay. So, for me, with Naughty Lab, like eventually we do want to like grow into a bigger space and hire like a team and have like stylists and have like education for lots and stuff like that. I think one thing that really, from my first salon, that drove me to being like, what the fuck is this shit, is just like not being able to like develop myself as an artist, as a stylist, because I feel like I would have clients who, yes, they're coming back to this salon because of whatever salon presence you got, but at the end of the day, like they're rebooking themselves with me intentionally because of me. You know, like I just think it's so weird to not value like the person who's doing your hair. Like it's not a McDonald's service. It's not like you're sitting there and like a machine is working on you. Like this is a person. So it's like you want to make sure like you vibe with like whoever is doing your hair or doing whatever type of service on you. Like my nail lady, I love my nail lady. Like we talk. There's times when we're not talking. She's just doing my nails. But like there's like a very nice like dynamic and like vibe to it. And like I feel like for me, I want clients to come through and like I really want them to find like their lock home. And like it doesn't, I don't have to be like their person who's doing their service, but like I want them to know like Naughty Lock Lab is their home for their locks, and they have their loctician, and they know that they're gonna get their loctician. And if they can't get their loctician, we will reach out to you and be like, hey, are you okay with this person doing your hair? Because when I left my other salon, my clients was like, yo, why is this person doing my hair? Where you at? Why are you not here? Oh, the salon didn't inform you that I'm no longer working there because you booked your appointment with me. But it's like you could tell how like they don't care about the clients, because it's like you don't even have the decency to say, hey, I know you booked your appointment with Vanessa, but she's no longer working here. Are you okay with this person or that person doing your hair? There was no consideration.
It was like, I'm gonna just take this money and then
it was just a shift over. I'm gonna shift
it's
you.
not personal.
I'm gonna shift you over to whoever can get you in. Like that's literally what it was.
Which is terrible.
And then when the clients was like, oh, but Vanessa, I wanted Vanessa to do my hair.
When you have your person,
that's
who you want to do
my
your hair.
Because they're so like, it's about the
money.
So like, oh well, Vanessa's not here anymore, so we're gonna do your hair.
No,
you're not gonna get your deposit back.
Fuck out, yo.
Like that's literally what it was. Like that's literally what it was. Like there was no like, hey, Vanessa's not here. It was like, oh, we're gonna move you to this person. Like I had clients hating me, be like, why is this person doing my hair? And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like when like it was so it wasn't planned. Like when I quit, like my ancestors had been sitting on me for like a week. Like I don't operate too much and like I need to sit and deliberate. Like I be on go mode. It's like I have Sagittarius in my rising and my moon. So like go mode is real quick. So like I wasn't feeling it, so I was like, it's time to go. Like I literally reached out like when I had confirmed I think my interview was like Wednesday. I think I told my Thursday and my Friday. Like I told whatever clients in that last week, I was just like, yeah. I just want you to know I'm probably not gonna be here. Like I'm feeling it. I feel it. It's time to go. And I don't like to stay places where I'm not at. Cause like when I was growing up, my mother hated her job. Every single morning, I listened to my mother be like, ugh, I don't want to go to work. Ugh, I don't want to go to work. So like for me, I like decided like that's something that like I don't ever want to like. I don't want to feel like I don't want to go to work.
I want to fucking wake up.
Yeah, cause like
it's a terrible way to start your day.
It's the work, like
it's
literally.
Dread, just stepping into the office.
And like you have to go do this thing for the next 8 hours, and you absolutely already fucking hate it.
And I feel
step in the building.
and I feel bad for my mom because I'm like, she really had to, because she had 2
kids,
right? Like, and like that's one thing where I'm just like, I don't workplace like if it doesn't serve me, like I got to a point where like if it doesn't serve me, I don't do it. I'm not doing it. Like why do things that don't serve me? Like why do things that don't make me happy? If it's not bringing me joy, why am I doing it? And right now, what I do, it brings me joy. Like if money wasn't an option and I didn't have like I would literally still be doing what I'm doing, but like less frequently, but like still what I'm doing. Like I would like space out my clients a little bit more. That's it.
Only 20 days.
Yeah, it wouldn't be 20 days straight. I mean, maybe it would. I probably could do like 1 or 2 a day. Like I really enjoy it. So it's like it's not that bad, but like there's times like after like a couple, like after like maybe like 2 weeks, I'd be like, okay, I need
everybody
like that's literally it.
Don't
Where
burn
it's
yourself
like,
out
no, but it's a balance, because I'm not burning myself out because I love what I do, but there's still just like, for me, I just be like, it's like me be like poking in and be like, hey, we need a day, like we need a day with us, because it's just been people every single day.
You gotta keep that same mentality of before, where you're like, maybe I need a 4-day work day.
I'm working on that. I'm really trying to figure out that balance. It's just so hard when like people are like, oh, because I have a lot of clients, like my ideal work schedule is not, it's most people's work schedule.
Yeah.
So when my clients get out of work, so for me it's like, okay, so do I extend my days through the week where I can take a late appointment so I can catch somebody when they're coming out of work? Or do I like try to cram in my weekend? Because basically what I'm trying to do is like, if you can't catch me during the week, like you gotta really catch me on a Saturday. And like, and I've been opening up my Sundays because I'm like, well shit, I'm not really working. Like I ain't doing nothing. Like I enjoy what I do. So I'm like, it's fine. But then it starts to wear on me when I'm like, damn, I don't work 3 Sundays in a row, and like Sunday's supposed to be my off day, you know? So it's just like
Sunday's also a day where people who cannot come to you during the week.
Yeah. So this is
get their hair done, which means it probably gives you anxiety because it's like a lot of money that you could be losing.
It's a balance of both, cause like it's a balance of both, cause like I said, like for February it was real cool up until like Valentine's Day, and like those 2 weeks after Valentine's Day were a little slow. So now I'm like I'm mentally playing catch up. So I'm like, oh yeah, I could get you in, but then I'm not really taking into consideration just like me.
Yeah.
So then when it comes, I'll be like, damn, I did say I could take that late appointment this day. Like it's you know, like in the moment when you catch me earlier in the month, like shit cool, but like it's about like creating them balances. So like I had a conversation with myself earlier, and I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna take clients on Sundays, my Sundays might need to start at 12. So then like from whatever time I get up until 12, I know I have that time for me, and I can like do what I need to do. And then if I need to take a client or two on Sunday, I can. Cause like half the time I be like, but what if I want to do something? But like I really don't be doing shit. I be at the house. I be at the house, and I have like a big like. I would much rather like why like sit at home and make no money when I can make some money. So like I'd rather go to work, and like I enjoy what I'm actually doing, but I just have to like make sure that I'm giving balance for myself, or like setting boundaries for myself, because like I was not working on Sundays and now I'm working on Sundays. So it's like, well, if Sunday's gonna be a work day, then
when are you gonna rest?
Like someday during the week. Like so I'm trying to figure out, like I'm trying to look at it now, like so now I'm off Sunday and I'm off on Monday. I'm gonna work the rest of the week. I think next week I'm off on like Monday, and then I think like my Tuesday, my Wednesday is light, so I think I'm gonna take the Wednesday off. And if something builds, like, you know, like I'm just trying to be a little bit more proactive. Cause
you just have to find what works for you, and it may not be the same every week. It may shift.
Yes.
But it may just be that I give myself 2 days a week where I don't take business, even if that means I lose money. It's just like 2 days a week that I have to give myself.
I think I need 2 days. I think I need 1 day like fully for myself, because even when I'm not physically at work, like I'm still mentally working, because I'm like, oh, like business, like the business, the operation shits. I be like, are we good? Like one time I didn't pay myself. Like I literally couldn't pay myself because the way we were doing shit, it wasn't sustainable to make sure that everybody got paid. So like to make sure that the bills got paid, and like bills gotta get paid before I get paid. So I was like, okay, well I'm gonna just wait till the money's in the account, and then I'll pay myself. But like it's just like finding that balance, and just finding like the systems that work for us and like work for like what's going on. It's fun but scary, but fun.
Same. You guys have a question?
What was the question?
How will you ensure that your business will intentionally move away from the systems that drove you into entrepreneurship?
I mean, I think just for me, I'm very like an empathetic person. So I think naturally I just really try to take into consideration like how people feel, and like just like checking to see like how they feel, or like what is your capacity, like do we need someone else like to do this, like can you do this. Like I think like as a leader, those are things that like I wish that I would have had, that people actually cared instead of just firing me, and then just getting someone new the next week.
Cause like you could develop these skills. Like you can like give me you can give me feedback and be like, hey, so based off of this, I feel like you're struggling.
Evaluation,
Instead of just being like, we're just gonna like, it's like the lack of that. Like
I feel like that happens because corporate culture is really white, and white people don't necessarily like.
No.
People of color like to be direct and have like they confront the situation.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like professionalism and corporate culture is like, I'm not gonna tell you directly. I'm gonna do it passive aggressively. Instead of just having this tough conversation with you,
they'd rather avoid it.
I'd rather just be like, fuck it. I'm gonna avoid this shit. It's very
But
crazy.
that's a level of realness and a layer that I think you get from having that upbringing of having to build.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, you know, you have certain individuals that are entitled or privileged that they would handle things their whole life and they never had to have these difficult conversations.
Yeah.
Whereas we had to growing up our entire life.
That's another thing.
We walk out the house and walk right into the shit. So it's like somebody gotta say something about something.
That's another thing that I worry about though, because as you know, as our businesses grow, then that means that, you know, we have to hire more people and we may have to train people or we may have to scale. And at the end of the day, it is a business and people, for me doing events and nightlife, people want to have fun.
Yeah.
But then they don't. They
need to be in order.
Like
people like the business part of shit be slipping real.
Yeah, so that's why I do worry. Like, how am I gonna keep?
I like that you said that because also who you hire is a reflection of you and your company.
Yeah.
So if you have your event coordinator on the floor drunk, I mean, I'm speaking from experience, you know?
Yeah.
Or you have someone who's, you know, trying to sell and push their products at an event and they associate them with you. You are the company you keep. So you have to be very careful on your boss title, with your boss title, with the surroundings and the people who are around.
Which is so true, which is something like with the first salon that I was working with, like there's a part of me that I low-key understand why like she was so like protective and like this is us, like why are you posting our stuff but you're not even like shit, like I get it, but there's also
an approach.
You're
like,
human at the same time.
Like there's like but then I also like there's
she could have been like, could you have like tagged us?
So we talked about this after and like they came up with like it was crazy because they came up with like a separate salon page for the stylist because like the salon
it's to control y'all.
Not necessarily to control us, but to have a place where like the stylist's like work was displayed because on the main like salon page you're not.
It was a production.
Yeah, like you're not seeing like it's like you want to go get your hair done at this salon, right? You want to go get your hair done at Paul Mitchell. I'm just throwing out a name. So you want to go get your hair done at Paul Mitchell or whatever, and you go to look at Paul Mitchell's like website. So you're like, oh, or the Instagram. You're like, let me see like what work they've been putting out on like the stylist, and you're looking and you're like, so this is one person's work, and then you're like, okay, well fine, I'll book with that person. You go look online, that person's not available to get booked because they don't do hair. They're the face of the business.
That's some bullshit.
So it's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You don't do hair. You're showing me what y'all are capable of. But when I'm booking with Vanessa, where do I see Vanessa's work? Nowhere. You have to catch me in the stories if you call me in the stories.
It's like when you ordering food online or in person. You want to see. And I never had this before, right?
Oh my god!
What the fuck does this food look like?
No, first of all, y'all need to be very careful because they are scamming on Uber Eats. Scamming.
Yes.
What you mean?
No, my
Ghost
girl. So this girl I used to work with.
Ghost pictures.
She was on
basically like they use like stock photos.
Well, they use a lot of the restaurants do use stock photos for their food, right? But no, this person I used to work with, they ordered food. I just so happened to go on Facebook, and I think I ended up in my Facebook stories, and I see like a Tupperware, and I'm looking at this Tupperware, and this would be like a normal ass. This is like Tupperware that you would get like have in your house, like plastic top Tupperware. So I'm looking at this shit, and the sound was off. So I'm like, why the fuck is she making a story about this Tupperware? And I low-key almost thought it was about her baby because she has a son, and I was like, maybe he ate the food or whatever. So then like something just told me to go back and put my sound on. She ordered this food from ASAP Kitchen, right? It was a gray top Tupperware, plastic Tupperware that you would get from out like somebody's house. Not a restaurant, like restaurants is usually black bottom with the white or like it's a full white. No, this shit was like it was Tupperware, like Rubbermaid, like it was literally a gray top and a regular container. She said that she ordered it said it was supposed to be like a pasta with like fried chicken. So in the description that she was given, she said she thought it was gonna be like a rasta pasta with like some fried chicken on the side. The Tupperware was small. It was I'm trying to make a square. It was like this size. She pulled the top off of it. It was like there was 3 chicken nuggets. Three chicken nuggets, spaghetti noodles, but it was kind of in a sauce, but not sauce. Like like the oil off a cheese, like a cheese pizza, like how it's yellowy and orangey color. It looked like that, like was the sauce, like in her pasta, and she had 3 chicken nuggets on top of it.
Chicken nuggets.
Okay, they were small chicken nuggets too. So I was like, wait. Let me I listened to
People
the
are
whole.
dirty for that.
I listened to the whole.
Fucking dirty.
I mean, I ate the chicken nuggets.
Yo, I listened to the whole story because I don't know if y'all have done Facebook, it's kind of like Instagram stories or whatever, but the stories pop up, and at first I kind of clicked through it, and I see her throw it in the trash, and I was like, wait, what? I didn't know the context, so then I went back, and literally she's explaining, and she was like that she ordered this pasta because she just wanted to get some food real quick. She orders it from this space. They bring the food. She gets this little Tupperware. She looking at it. And she was just like, something about this is weird. Yo, she opened that shit up. It was literally 3 little ass chicken nuggets on top of spaghetti noodles in a red sauce. But it wasn't like a spaghetti sauce because it wasn't saucy. It was like that oil grease sauce.
That's disgusting.
Don't ever order from ASAP Kitchen. And it's funny because she showed where it was ordered from, but the address, it was 2nd floor, and I was like, that was somebody's kitchen.
They got ghost kitchen, so
no. But Jeffrey told me about these things called dark. It's like a dark kitchen, which I low-key do kind of understand. I understand the concept of it because it's if I'm a cook, but say I don't have the money or the resources
that's what a ghost kitchen
to
is.
open up
Same
full restaurant. So
I'm gonna cook out my kitchen.
Yes, or out of this space. It's like a WeWork.
Professional.
It's like a WeWork, kind of like
kitchens,
a WeWork with
yeah,
kitchens. Cool. I'm not mad at that.
But they should
like
have
motherfucking water bottle pasta, that shit should have been saucy.
Yeah.
Her shit, it was literally.
They still gotta be quality.
It was no,
you still wouldn't get this from another restaurant.
I don't even know how I would have handled that situation because I feel like I would have had to go to the address.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have had to no.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm so serious. I don't handle disrespect very well, and I feel like, if I'm ordering food, then I know that I'm hungry. Yeah. So now the fact that you done disrespected me,
and I didn't pay $30 to get this one meal.
it's a minimum $20 if you order Uber Eats, regardless.
Don't mess with my food.
It's a minimum
I need my plate, nice. And then when you're excited about it, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna eat. I'll be angry.
Did everybody answer the question?
I don't think I did, but no pressure. No, so basically, yeah, but it's pretty much the same. I mean, just keeping that vision of just being a leader that's gonna lead, and really not steer away from why House of Medusa was open, and work on my areas that I lack, and really creating that structure every day, that organization, and really just sticking to that. Yeah. But everyone sharing their stories here was amazing today because it makes you feel like you're not alone in your head.
Not at all. And I love that y'all are saying be leaders, because I literally had a conversation. I was talking to myself and I was just what does it look like if we're hiring people and bringing stylists in and I'm training them and stuff like that. And I had a conversation, I realized that I need to work with myself as if I am somebody who I'm hiring, because how Yo, you know when you say something so good the first time and then like you try to say it again and it don't come out? Because I know that's what, like, because I know I'm about to butcher it. But basically, I was just like, fuck. It was like, it's something along the lines of like, how do I know how to lead if I'm not leading myself? Or like, if
you have to reflect as a leader.
yeah, so it's like I want to train people, like I want to teach people how we do locks at Naughty Lock Lab, right? But it's like, what does that look like? So like I keep thinking about like my client experience. So like from start to finish, like what does that look like?
You gotta write it down.
I know. So
and
like
take criticism.
Oh, I love criticism.
I learned like at one
sometimes
point.
it might not seem like it, but I do though.
Yeah,
like I do. Like I like for people to tell me like
constructive criticism.
Yeah, constructive. Like don't just tell me like, oh this sucks, but like you're not trying to say like
why does this suck?
Yeah, like I didn't like the way that you like said this or the way you did that. Like give me feedback. Like don't just be like, oh that's stupid.
No, like I like to sit with the artists too and like be like, okay, let's hear your track and you let me know what you want. Like even still sitting with your clients, you'd be like, let's sit for them and do a consultation. What do you want? So you're giving me an idea of how I'm going to perform. You know what I mean? It gives you a little guidance.
Even like today, I had my client, and it's crazy because like this was going to be her first style because it was supposed to be for her birthday. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she sits in a chair, and I'm like, okay, so like we doing a regular retwist or we doing a style today? And they were like, oh, I think I'm going to do a style. They showed me a 2-strand twist. And I'm like, okay, cool, we could do it, but I like to be realistic. Their locks are short, so I was just like, like we do a 2-strand twist, like your hair is basically going to be shorter than what it is right now. Yeah. So I really just feel like I know my clients. It's like kind of annoying. So like I wash her, I give her a hot oil treatment, and I was just like, she gonna get a regular retwist. She ain't even gonna do this style. So I put her in a chair and I was like, so we doing the style? And she was like, I think that we should just, I already know. I already knew it was just gonna go with the regular retwist. But I do appreciate, even like people being like, I wanna do a style, but I don't know what type of style. And it's like, I don't like to impose myself on people. So it's like, I don't want you to do something that you're not comfortable with. Yeah. So it's like, if I know like what we're normally, like what styles like we normally do, then I'd be like, okay, well, like we can braid it back. Like we could do this same style, like it's normal, like similar to what you normally get, but like we can add a little like pizzazz to it, or like add this, or like even like today, like my client, he did a 2-strand twist, and then he was like, I think I want to do something else, but I don't know. And I was like, okay, well we can try. And like I braided it back, and he was like, I don't think I like it. I was like, okay, cool. So I just twisted that shit back and like laid it back, and I was like, simple style. It was 2-strand, but like it was just pulled back out his face, so like he's not dealing with all of the hair, but it's like mad simple, and it's just like, yep, you're good. Sometimes it's just talking to your people a little bit. Yeah.
Final thoughts, words.
This was amazing.
Yeah, definitely have to do this more. This is really nice, and like again, it's very comforting knowing that you're not the only person feeling certain feelings.
Yo, I literally feel like I'll be a fish out of water, like just floundering. I'm like, I'm gonna figure something out. Me too. But it's so nice to know, like, you're really not alone, and like, it's good to have like conversations with other people and just know that like, I mean, honestly, I feel like, like these big brands, like we be gassing these big ass brands up, but like if they started like us as us, they were just people with an idea.
Behind the scenes, a lot of their stuff be like a mess.
It'd be the craziest, but the shit that you get, like what you see, that's fabulous, but it's not. That's what I learned from my first salon, because bitches is over here faking shit all the time.
Yeah. I didn't, same on not feeling alone. Like I feel crazy all the time. How am I gonna do this? Like I feel crazy, I look crazy. Everyone's like, Christina, you're amazing.
You don't look crazy. You're doing so great.
That's crazy to me, because when people say it to me,
you feel like you never feel like you're just gonna like have a nervous breakdown.
On fire.
Yeah, like you feel like, what am I doing? And you're just like all over the place. And
I feel like I'm doing a lot.
You're like amazing. You're like wonderful. And I'm like,
and people are just like, oh my goodness, you're doing. People like, yo, we've had clients pushing us about these products, and I'm like, y'all do not understand. Like, we are working on. I need bare business systems first.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to like start making products, but like even when
Not
like
just open the shop,
but
not
like
just getting your feet
yeah, but
together.
like that becomes a whole nother thing. So
It's
it's
a whole other
like
business.
so it's like, am I
Different
making
business.
products just for my clients, or am I trying
Making
to
products to
mass
sell.
produce like it's like
It's
there's
a whole
so
brand.
much, like,
it's
and
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 that
mind
alone is a job in
but
itself.
mind you, December 6th, I quit my job, and
Yeah.
December 15th, we opened our doors. So it's like,